Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week in Brewview, where we're going to be going over the last 2 weeks of Milwaukee Brewers baseball, as I was out of town last week and could not record a video for it. But it lets us talk about the 11 games the Brewers played before the All-Star break, where the crew went 7-4 and made up some good ground in the division against the Reds. So let's go ahead and get started with the last game of the series with the New York Mets, which the Brewers won 3-2. Started off a little bit rough with Brent Beatty and Brandon Nimmo back-to-back solo home runs for a 2-0 New York lead, but then the Brewers answered right back in the top of the sixth inning with a Victor Caratini 2-run home run, and then the Brewers took the lead on a Brian Anderson sacrifice fly for the final score of 3-2. Hitting for the crew, Winker went 1 for 2, Contreras 1 for 1 with a run, Tellez 1 for 3 with a run, Caratini 2 for 3 with a home run and 2 RBIs, and then Blake Perkins went 1 for 4. Terang got his 5th double of the season, Caratini's 4th home run, and then for pitching, Adrian Hauser had a really good game, went 6 strong innings, giving up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. Hobie Milner went a third scoreless inning, giving up 1 hit. Bonguero went 2/3 of inning, nothing happened. Payamps went a scoreless inning with a strikeout. He's been fantastic for the Brewers in the bullpen. And Devin Williams went 1 inning, giving his 16th save of the year, but had the bases loaded, but ended up striking out the last batter for the final score of 3-2 against the Mets. Then the Brewers traveled to Pittsburgh for a 3-game set against the Pirates, but they ended up dropping the first game 8-7. Scoring for the crew, Yelich hit a double in the top of the third, scoring in a run. Then Contreras had a fielder's choice for a 2-0 Milwaukee lead. Tellez hit a single, scoring in Yelich for a 3-0 Milwaukee lead. And then Adames hit a sacrifice fly for a 4-0 Milwaukee lead. The Pirates got 3 runs in the bottom of the fourth with an Andrew McCutchen solo shot, and then a Gonzalez double that scored in 2 runs for a 4-3 score for Milwaukee. Top of the seventh, Owen Miller doubled in Christian Yelich for a 5-3 lead, and then Bryce Terang doubled for 2 runs for a 7-3 lead. But then the Brewers just gave up a bunch of runs in the bottom of the 7th, 8th, and 9th with the Andrew McCutchen single that scored in a run in the bottom of the 7th, bottom of the 8th, Zawinski singled in Santana. Bottom of the 9th, Andrew McCutchen doubled to get within one run for a 7-6 Milwaukee lead, and then Carlos Santana hit a game-winning home run for an 8-7 lead victory for the Pirates. Hitting for the Brewers, Yelich went 2 for 5 with an RBI, 2 runs. Gutierrez 0 for 4 with 1 RBI and 2 runs. Tellez 1 for 3 with an RBI. Adames 1 for 3 with an RBI. Owen Miller went 3 for 5 with an RBI. Terang 1 for 5 for 2 RBIs. And Tapia went 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Christian Yelich hit his 17th double of the year. Adames his 9th double. Terang had his 6th double, and Owen Miller had his 15th double of the year. Pitching-wise, Freddy Peralta was decent, went 5 1/3 inning, giving up 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Pannoni went 2 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. And Matt Bush blew another save. He's awful. He's no longer on the team for a good reason. Went 2/3 of the innings, giving up 3 hits and 3 earned runs. Just absolute garbage. But the Brewers were able to come back the next day and win 11-8 against the Pirates. Started off with a massive barrage that led us to a 10-0 lead. Started off with a Rowley Tellez sacrifice fly. And then a Blake Perkins ground out that scored in a run. Then Christian Yelich did a 3-run home run for a 5-0 Milwaukee lead. Tellez grounded out that scored in Jesse Winker for a 6-0 Milwaukee lead. Then in the top of the sixth, Jesse Winker doubled to center, scoring in 3 runs. And then Caratini scored in Winker on a single for a 10-0 Milwaukee lead. Bottom of the sixth, the Pirates got on board on a Zawinski single that scored in 2 runs. Then top of the seventh, Tapia hit a solo shot for 11-2 Milwaukee lead. Got a little dicey there due to some new people in the bullpen not pitching the best. In the bottom of the 8th with a Palacios single, a Zawinski 2-run home run, a Marcano triple, and a Triolo double that got them within 3, but the Brewers were able to close it out in the 9th inning. Hitting for the crew, Yelich 1 for 3 with 3 runs, 3 RBIs, a home run, and 2 walks. Winker 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a walk. Adames 2 for 5, Caratini 1 for 5, Anderson 2 for 5, Terang 1 for 4, Perkins 2 for 5, and Tapia went 2 for 3 with a home run as well. Winker hit his 5th double of the year. Adames had his 10th double of the year and Perkins his 2nd. Yelich hit his 10th home run of the season, and Tapia hit his 3rd of the season as well. For the pitching Brewers, Corbin Burns pitched fantastic, went 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. Andrews went 2/3 of an inning in his debut, giving up 4 hits, 5 earned runs, and a walk. Not great for him. Bryce Wilson came in and went 1/3 of an inning, giving up 2 hits and 1 earned run. And Joel Payamps came in to close in to save his 2nd of the season, went scoreless inning and 1 strikeout. He's been absolutely fantastic for the Crew. Then the Brewers were able to win the series 6-3 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Start off hitting wise with a Gonzalez 2-run home run for the Pirates, who scored in 2-0 lead. And then top of the 3rd, William Contreras hit a 3-run home run to give the Brewers the lead 3-2. Top of the 8th, Blake Perkins and Brian Anderson scored on a throwing error by the pitcher for a 5-2 Milwaukee lead. Then Palacios doubled in Carlos Santana for a 5-3 Milwaukee lead. And then Monasterio doubled in a run for a 6-3 Milwaukee lead. Hitting for the Crew, Monasterio went 2 for 4 with the RBI. Contreras 2 for 5 with a home run and an RBI, 3 RBIs. Adames 1 for 5. Anderson 2 for 4, and Joey Wiemer went 1 for 4. Adames had his 11th double of the year, and Monasterio his 3rd. Contreras hit his 9th home run on the season. Colin Ray pitched really well, went 6 2/3 innings, giving up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Hobie Milner went 1/3 of an inning, scoreless. And Peguero went scoreless, 1 inning of work for 2 hits and 1 earned run. And then Devin Williams got a 17th save of the year with 1 strikeout, nothing else on the base pass. So the Brewers took the series against the Pirates. And then when the Brewers traveled home to take on Chicago Cubs in a 4-game series, that was a really close affair between both teams. Could have been a swept either way, but they ended up splitting the series. Milwaukee got the first game 8-6 off of really started out badly for the Crew with a 6-0 deficit. Cody Bellinger singled in a run. Morel doubled, scored in Bellinger. Tucker Barnhart reached on the infield single for a 3-0 Milwaukee lead. Then Madrigal doubled in 2 runs, and then Barnhart singled again for a 6-0 Chicago lead. But then the Brewers just kept clawing back, getting 3 runs back in the bottom of the 3rd with a William Contreras double, a Christian Yelich triple, and a William Adames single for a 6-3 deficit. Then the bottom of the 7th inning, Jamani Jones, who came on the roster because Rowdy Tellez is on the IL. First hit was a bases clearing double for a tie game 6-6. Then bottom of the 8th inning, we took the lead on a William Adames single. And then an Owen Miller sacrifice fly for an 8-6 Milwaukee win. Hitting for the Crew, Contreras went 2 for 5 with 2 runs and an RBI. Yelich 3 for 4, 3 runs, 1 RBI. Adames 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Owen Miller 0 for 3 but had an RBI as well. Monasterio went 1 for 2. And Jamani Jones 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs. And that was it for hitting for the Crew. Jones hit his first double of the year. Contreras his 13th. Yelich his 2nd triple of the year. Stealing wise, Yelich had his 19th steal of the season. Monasterio his 3rd, and Wiemer his 11th. Julio Teheran really struggled this game. Went 6 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. So he's starting to get roughed up a little bit there, but some of it was unfortunate defense. J.B. Bukauskas went a scoreless inning with 1 walk. Joel Payamps got the win with a scoreless inning and 1 strikeout. And Devin Williams got this 18th save of the year with 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. But the Brewers lost the second game of the series 7-6 in 11 innings, so really close game. Again, the Cubs got off to a strong start with a Young Guldens double, a Dansby Swanson solo shot, a Trey Mancini sacrifice fly, and a Cody Bellinger single for a 4-0 Chicago lead. Then Bryce Terang singled to right to score in Owen Miller. At the bottom of the 6th, Contreras reached on the infield single for a 4-2 Milwaukee deficit. And then top of the 8th, Amaya doubled in 2 runs for a 6-2 Chicago lead, so we think the game's over. By the bottom of the 8th and 9th, the Brewers started coming back with a Rowdy Tellez single, Adames double for a 6-4 Milwaukee deficit. Then the bottom of the 9th, Christian Yelich single to center for a 6-5 Milwaukee deficit. and then Contreras hit a sacrifice fly for a 6-6 Milwaukee deficit. But extra innings is the real pain in the story, as Owen Miller made two really bad base running decisions that cost us the game. And then the Cubs were able to win in the 11th inning on an infield single to shortstop that scored in Cody Bellinger. But back-to-back innings, Owen Miller was thrown out of home by Ian Happ. One of them was a really bad send by the third base coach, which ended up costing us this game. So, hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run. Contreras 2 for 4, Tellez 1 for 5, Adames 1 for 4, Owen Miller 2 for 5, Tapia 1 for 3, and Turang 2 for 5. Adames had his 12th double of the season, and Yelich had his 20th stolen base of the year, and then Miller had his 10th of the year. And then Ian Happ had 2 assists in the extra innings that really cost the Brewers the game. Wade Miley was okay, went 5 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Bryce Wilson went 2 1/3 innings, giving up 1 earned run. Hobie Milner went 2/3 of an inning, giving up 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. Bukauskas went a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. Guerrero went a scoreless inning with a walk. And Clayton Andrews, unfortunately, got the loss as he did give up the ghost runner, so he is charged with a run, but also had 2 strikeouts. He should be bouncing back okay. Then the Cubs took the third game of the series on a 4-3 game with Devin Williams blowing the save, unfortunately. Started off top of the third with Ian Happ singling to center, scoring in Tauchman, but bottom of the third, Contreras tied the game back up with a single. Adames hit a solo home run to center for a 2-1 Milwaukee lead. Then bottom of the sixth, Anderson singled in Jomani Jones for a 3-1 Milwaukee lead. And then Tauchman doubled to the left, scoring in 2 runs for a tie game. And then Tauchman scored on an error. So 4-3 Chicago lead, as Milwaukee could not get the run back in the bottom of the ninth. Hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 2 for 5, Contreras 1 for 3 with an RBI, Adames 1 for 4 with a home run, Jomani Jones 1 for 3, Anderson 2 for 4, and Monasterio went 2 for 3. Adames had his 13th home run of the season. Jomani Jones had his first stolen base of the year. Adrian Hauser pitched really well, went 5 innings, giving up 6 hits, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Hobie Milner went 1 2/3 innings. J.C. Mejia went a third of an inning scoreless. Joel Payos went a scoreless inning with a strikeout. And Devin Williams went an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, and a strikeout for his second blown save of the year. But the Brewers were able to come back the next game, winning 6-5 against the Cubs for a split with the series. Batting wise, Cody Bellinger doubled in a run in top of the second, then bottom of the fifth. Joey Wiemer singled in Ramon Tapia for a 1-1 game. And then Christian Yelich hit another 3-run home run for a 4-1 Milwaukee lead. And then in the top of the 6th inning, Cody Bellinger, seeing that the guy who challenged him for the 2019 MVP hit a home run, he decided to hit a home run himself for a 4-3 Milwaukee lead. Bottom of the 7th, Adames hit a sacrifice fly for a 5-3 Milwaukee lead. Top of the 8th, Yan Gomes hit a 2-run home run to tie the game. But in the bottom of the 8th inning, Victor Caratini hit a home run for a 6-5 Milwaukee lead. For the Brewers, Yelich went 1 for 3 with 2 runs, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Owen Miller went 1 for 4, Tapia 1 for 4, and Caratini 1 for 2 with a home run and 2 walks and an RBI. Wiemer went 1 for 3 with an RBI. Turang had his 7th double of the year. Yelich his 11th home run and Caratini's 5th home run. Stealing, Yelich had his 21st steal. Tapia's 7th, Owen Miller's 11th. Pitching, Freddie Peralta was okay, went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 10 strikeouts. Bryce Wilson went 2/3 of innings with 2 strikeouts. Guerrero went a third of an inning with 1 inning with 2 strikeouts. J.C. Mejia struggled, winning a single inning with 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 1 home run. But Joel Payos came in the 9th inning for his 3rd save of the year. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And then the Brewers came into a key series against the Reds, down 2 games. Started off really well for the Crew with a 7-3 victory in Game 1 of the series. Started off strong with a Willie Adames double and an Owen Miller double that scored in 2 runs for the Crew. And then the bottom of the 2nd inning, Joey Wiemer hit a 2-run home run for a 4-0 lead for the Crew. Top of the 5th, Joey Votto hit a 2-run home run for a 4-2 Milwaukee lead. Then bottom of the seventh, Adames hit a home run 6-2 Milwaukee. Caratini singled in Blake Burkess for a 7-2 Milwaukee lead. Then at top of the ninth inning, Joey Votto doubled in a run for a 7-3 Milwaukee lead. Hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 1 for 4. Contreras 2 for 4 with 2 runs. Adames 2 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Miller 3 for 4. Perkins 1 for 4. Terang 1 for 1. Anderson 1 for 5. Caratini 1 for 2. And Weimer went 2 for 4. Adames had his 13th double of the year. Perkins' 3rd double. Contreras' 14th double. Owen Miller's 16th double of the year. Anderson had his 2nd triple of the year. Adames had his 14th home run, and Weimer had his 12th home run of the season as well. Pitching, Corbin Burns was really good again. Went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Hobie Milner went 1 2/3 innings with 4 strikeouts. Miller went 2/3 of innings with 1 earned run and 2 walks. And then Devin Williams came on to get his 19th save of the year, went 2/3 of innings with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. But the Brewers dropped the next game against the Reds 8-5. Let's see here. Adames got started with another home run, 1-0 Milwaukee lead. Then Benson hit a home run to tie the game up 1-1. Christian Yelich hit a double for a 2-1 Milwaukee lead. And then Willie Adames hit another home run for a 4-1 Milwaukee lead. But then top of the 4th, Joey Votto tied the game up 4-4. Then Bryce Terang tripled in a run for a 5-4 Milwaukee lead. Then the Reds tied it up for a 5-5 lead. And then top of the 7th, Ellie De La Cruz hit a single and then did something really impressive. Stole 2nd, stole 3rd, and then stole home for a 7-5 Cincinnati lead. And then Jonathan India hit a sacrifice fly for 8-5 Cincinnati victory. Hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 1 for 5 with the RBI. Adames 2 for 5 with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Tapia 1 for 3. Anderson 2 for 3. Terang 1 for 3. And Weimer went 1 for 2. Yelich has 18th double of the year. Terang had his 3rd triple of the year. Adames hit 2 home runs for his 16 total on the season. Pitching wise, Ray struggled in 4 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Bryce Wilson won 1 1/3 innings, scoreless. Elvis Peguero went a single inning with 2 earned runs, 3 hits, no strikeouts. And then one of the Brewers' best relief prospects, Abner Uribe, made his major league debut. This kid hits 100 mile per hour easy. Went 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 2 strikeouts. This kid's going to be really impressive in the future, so I'm really looking to see how he does in the future. But then in the final game before the All-Star break, the Brewers won a really close game, 1-0 over the Reds. The only scoring we had was in the bottom of the first when Jesse Winker singled in Christian Yelich. Hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 1 for 4, Contreras 2 for 4, Adames 1 for 4, Winker 1 for 3, Miller 1 for 3, and Weimer 1 for 3. Yelich his 19th double of the year, Adames his 14th, and Winker got his 22nd RBI. But the story of this game was the Milwaukee pitching, as we shut out one of the best offenses in baseball. Wade Miley was fantastic, going 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Elvis Peguero went a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. Joel Payamps scoreless inning, 2 strikeouts. And Devin Williams scoreless inning, 2 strikeouts, 20th save of the year. That is our all-star right there. Actually, we had 2 all-stars on the season with him and Corbin Burns making the team. And right now, for the Brewers, we are currently 1 game back of the Cincinnati Reds. And our first series post All-Star break is against the Cincinnati Reds. And then we face the Philadelphia Phillies. Then we face the Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati again, and then Atlanta again to end the month. This is going to be a make or break stretch for the Crew, as we have 6 games against the Reds and 6 games against the Braves. I feel more confident going against the Reds than I am against the Braves. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And feel free to like, subscribe to the channel for more Milwaukee Brewers content. And I'll see you guys again very soon.